What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Bull Combo. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's been another week, and that means another week's worth of Metaverse news to get through. And there's been quite a few things going on the last few days when it comes to the Metaverse. So without any further delay, we're going to jump right into this week's weekly Metaverse update. And as always, we're going to kick things off with Earth2. So there hasn't been any new updates to the Earth2 platform since my last update last week. However, it looks like a press release was sent out to members of the community, specifically creators and individuals that cover the platform. Looks like a press release was sent out covering the new automated KYC updates that occurred within the platform. Now, this isn't a new change. This is a change that took place a few weeks back, but it's encouraging to see Vicarious PR taking over the press releases for these announcements. Previously, they were being announced via the announcement section in Discord and then in other disjointed ways, but it's encouraging to see them being handled in this manner. It'd be a little bit better if we could see them occur either before the feature's released or at the release time of the feature. Coming out after the feature's already been released is a little bit perplexing, a little bit confusing. Nevertheless, it's encouraging to see Vicarious PR getting involved in these announcements, and I think that they should be the ones to handle these going forward. That said, the KYC updates, while important, probably aren't the most exciting update in the world, but they are very important to ensuring the KYC features and the KYC regulations that are in place are followed, and that's something that has to be followed by a lot of platforms like Earth2. So the fact that they're taking that seriously and they're taking the proper route is encouraging. Last week I covered the Sandbox's alpha update. We had some information regarding what we could expect, and it looks like more information has since been released covering exactly what we can expect to see when the alpha release goes live next month. So it looks like initially 1,000 users are going to be randomly selected from the landowners group. So you'll have to be a landowner initially to take part in this, and that makes a lot of sense from a stress test perspective and from an involvement perspective. But 1,000 landowners are going to be selected to take part in the initial alpha, which will see the release of the social hubs within the map, followed by game experiences. And it looks like different game experiences are going to be released over the duration of the alpha event. During that time, you'll be able to partake in contests, you'll be able to play some of these experiences and win sand. And it also looks like participants will receive a unique NFT for taking part in the alpha release. Very exciting stuff coming out here, guys, and it's just one step closer to us getting a full public release of the Sandbox Metaverse experience. It's very clear that we're right on the edge of that being released, and I really can't wait to see what that looks like. In other Sandbox news, Wave 1 of the Walking Dead land sale took place yesterday, and even though there was some technical glitches, it looks like for the most part it was a pretty big success. The demand was very high, probably the highest it's been for any of the Sandbox land sales to date. That can probably be accredited to the fact that Walking Dead is an extremely large brand that has a lot of allure, a lot of weight, and a large fan base behind it already, so it's no surprise that the demand was really high there. Nevertheless, they actually had to pause the sale for a couple hours while they got the issues fixed and then restart it. They also went one step further and refunded all of the gas that was lost by anyone who had a failed transaction during the first portion of the land sale. If that doesn't show a platform that cares about their users, I don't know what does, but I thought that that was a really cool gesture on their part. That's something that not a lot of NFT projects do, guys. A lot of the time, if you lose gas, you're beat, and that's just really the way it is, but it's really encouraging to see the Sandbox take that seriously, to value their users, to go above and beyond like that and refund the gas that was lost for those transactions, and then reinitiate the land sale and to see that level of success. So kudos to the Sandbox there. And the last piece of news I had this week was just regarding the Summer Festival Game Jam competition. The award ceremony was last weekend, so if you haven't already gotten a chance to check that out, head over to the Sandbox's YouTube channel and you can watch the award ceremony live stream. Catch all the winners, catch all the winning game experiences. Big congratulations and a big shout out to all of them. Decentraland. So not only do we have some news regarding Decentraland, but I've actually seen some recent comments asking me to do a deep dive on the Decentraland platform itself, and that's something that I intend to do here in the next few days. Hopefully give you guys a better overview of what the platform looks like, because to be honest with you, I don't know the details of the inner workings of the platform either. I obviously understand the concept, I understand the larger scheme of what's going on here, but I'm not aware of some of the smaller intricacies of the platform, some of the more minor details, the inner workings of things. So I'm definitely going to do some research into that and try to bring you guys a video covering the Decentraland platform as a whole, because while it's not something that directly interests me, I'm involved in enough projects at the moment. I do think it has a ton of potential. It's obviously got a pretty large fan base and a very supportive community, so I'll definitely be jumping into that in the near future. Nevertheless, this week we have a few things to talk about in regards to Decentraland. The first thing was the addition of quests. So 2 groups have been given early access to quests. and users can now test out those 2 initial examples of the Quest feature within Decentraland. The feature is expected to roll out to all creators in the near future. For right now, it's just available on this trial basis to these select creators for users to try out. Now, I don't think I really need to explain how important a Quest or Quest system is within a platform like this. It's a massive update, as Quests are basically integral to creating an engaging and elaborate game experience. Many users probably don't realize the extent to which a Quest feature is used. It allows the creation of in-game rewards, in-game events, the ability to carve entire experiences and dictate the narrative within a game. So without a Quest, the game experience is, well, it's very dry because there's not much to do. So adding a questing system into the mix adds a whole new layer of depth to these experiences. It creates something that has return value, that has a rewarding level to it, and it's a very important part of creating a very engaging game, and a game that has a lot of long-term staying power. Another Decentraland update we had here was regarding Falcon, Rappaport, and Berkman PLLC. So Falcon, Rappaport, and Berkman PLLC have announced their intent as the first Metaverse law firm. They're going to be offering legal services in Decentraland to simplify various emerging DeFi and NFT matters in areas such as DAO, company formations and agreements, fundraising and security offerings, virtual real estate, intellectual property and license agreements, estate planning, platform terms and conditions, and much more. This isn't too much of a surprise here, guys. We've seen virtual real estate platforms come to be over the last year or so, things like Republic Realm, etc. So it's not really a surprise that we're seeing things like a virtual law firm or a metaverse level law firm, as I think there's going to be a need for those things inside the metaverse as well. And this kind of harkens back to the whole idea of metaverse is creating a brand new form of jobs, a brand new form of economy. And this is just the first example of those things. You know, we have the real estate, now we have law firms. It's only a matter of time before we have designers and welcome committees and people that literally just have jobs that exist in nothing but the cloud and in the metaverse. And obviously it's going to take time for us to get to that point, but to see things like this coming to be, I think just reaffirms the fact that we are headed in that direction. So very interesting stuff here coming out of Decentraland. Infinite Canvas. So Infinite Canvas has raised $2.8 million for a metaverse creator group modeled after esports teams. Infinite Canvas previously specialized in the creation of esport teams, but the Infinite Canvas team is currently focusing on identifying and embracing talented creators within the coming metaverse platforms. Their goal is basically to provide these creators the support they need to maximize their efforts, whether that be financial assistance or project planning. Basically embracing these sole creators and giving them the resources that they need to create more engaging and elaborate game experiences. So out of the gate, Infinite Canvas has partnered with some big names in Roblox, including Russo Plays, Dieter Plays, Sabrina, and DJ Monopoly for Terabyte Games, as well as a handful of other Roblox developers, Fortnite map makers, and streamers who combined reach more than 4.5 million subscribers. Guys, it's important to understand that creators are just as important as the platform teams themselves, because these metaverse platforms rely on the user base to make them living, breathing experiences. These are user-contributed metaverse experiences. So embracing the creators of these metaverses is extremely important, especially as they're starting to take off. I think we're going to see a lot more things like this. We're going to see creator teams, creator studios. We're going to see creator scholarships probably. We're going to see all sorts of opportunities for creators in the metaverse to get the support they need and the resources they need to make their dreams come to fruition. So very cool stuff here from Infinite Canvas, and I imagine we're going to see a lot more of this here in the near future. I'll be keeping an eye on Infinite Canvas, and as soon as we have more updates, I'll be sure to bring those to you guys. Alithea AI. Alithea AI, creator of intelligent NFTs, or INFTs, has raised $16 million in a private and restricted token sale to a group of game and crypto investors. Their goal is to add functionality to current NFTs and future NFTs to make them more engaging. For a bit of background, Alithea AI appears to specialize in deepfake technology. If you go to their YouTube channel, you'll actually see some rather interesting and humorous videos that have been created by them in the past. It looks like their plan is to take this existing technology and incorporate it into the NFT landscape. And what their goal is to take existing NFTs, mostly static NFTs, and bring them to life, basically, to add additional functionality to current NFTs and future NFTs to make them more engaging. And they went on to say that, quote, "Today, most NFT projects are static images, and with Alethea's protocol, these static images can be brought to life, creating richer, more meaningful engagements for brands and creators. Updating existing NFTs in a unique way to breathe life into something that may have lost some of its allure." At one point, Alithea demonstrated its real-time interactive technology with a collaboration with the Avastars and Stoner Cats community by demonstrating a live conversation between Jim McNellis, two Avastars, and a Defy Dad conversing with a Stoner Cat. For those that don't know what Stoner Cats is, it's actually a recent NFT project that was supported by Mia Kunis, I believe, among others within the NFT and Hollywood community. It was actually a pretty successful drop as well. But nevertheless, it's cool to see that we're seeing companies like this with this deepfake or animated technology going in and trying to apply that to existing NFTs. How cool would it be to have a conversation with your Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk? And I think that's what they're trying to do here, is add life to these existing NFTs. And I could very much see a huge market for this, especially if people really gravitate toward these NFTs and find them to be engaging collectible items. Imagine being able to take that engagement one step further by creating lifelike representations of them. I think that could be a huge, huge market for this company. And while it's very early in the process, it's very clear that they're pretty far along when it comes to this AI technology. It looks like you can already upload an image on their site and turn it into an avatar. So we're very close to them being able to do this with basically anything. And I think once this is something that's easily accessible, it's going to change the NFT landscape completely. So definitely some interesting stuff to watch here from Alithea AI. Zepeto. I believe this is the first time I've actually covered the Zepeto platform directly on this channel. I've referred to Zepeto partnerships previously. However, Ralph Lauren has announced a digital collaboration with 3D avatar platform Zepeto, and they're going to be offering a digital fashion collection for users to deck out their 3D avatars. This is not the first time we have seen a fashion company partner with a metaverse. Previously, we saw Gucci partner with Roblox to bring Gucci branded wearables into the Roblox metaverse. And I think we're going to expect to see a lot more brand partnerships like this, especially when it comes to wearables. I think the wearable market is a very untapped market within the NFT and metaverse landscape right now. And as metaverses become more fully fleshed out and more adopted, the idea of wearables is going to be huge. I mean, if you look at existing games right now, cosmetic items are probably the biggest single seller among most games out there. So obviously, it makes a lot of sense to migrate cosmetics or wearables into an NFT or metaverse space. Nevertheless, it's encouraging to see that large fashion brands are already noticing the opportunity and the potential by creating a brand presence in these metaverses, seeing things like Gucci and Ralph Lauren. These aren't small companies. These are very well-established brands that clearly understand the value of their presence existing in the metaverse. So really cool stuff here out of Zepeto and Ralph Lauren. Really excited to see which fashion brand and metaverse platform partnership we see come out next. Could be something in the Sandbox, maybe it's something in Decentraland, who knows. I know we've already seen partnerships in both of those platforms with up-and-coming wearable and fashion design companies, so lots more stuff to look forward to here in the near future when it comes to wearables and collectibles within the metaverse. Endless. The online music collaboration app Endless has raised $300,000 and is looking to raise another $300K through a crowdfunding equity campaign with the goal of building a musician's metaverse. Their goal is to create a metaverse that allows for musical collaboration at a musician level, while also providing fans the ability to jump in and view this collaboration in real time, if the creators so choose. They went on to say that, quote, "In order to achieve this, we'll be making a series of live jam stage improvements, including support for listener, jammer, and moderator roles, so jams can become both places for live peer-to-peer collaboration and places to perform and have an audience." So this seems like a combination of basically a virtual band jam room and a virtual venue, but possibly giving each band the opportunity to create their own space or page, almost like a Facebook page, but a virtual venue area. I think this could be extremely huge for metaverses as a whole. I don't think people quite understand how large the music industry is, how much of an effect the music industry has on creativity as a whole, and on mediums well outside of music, whether that be movies or gaming. All sorts of entertainment is affected by music. I think that it's a very logical progression to see somebody want to create a metaverse for musicians specifically to be able to collaborate and perform for their fans. I think that this is a really awesome opportunity, and I'm really curious to see how they pull this off. They already have an online music collaboration app. The Endless app already exists, and it allows musicians to collaborate already as it is. So they have the backbone, the underlying architecture there to take this to the next level. And it sounds like that is their main intent. Additionally, they did state that while their main focus is to create a music metaverse, they are willing to open up this technology to other brands and other platforms that may be looking to incorporate this in additional ways. So we could see some of the technology that Endless utilizes here end up making its way into other metaverses here in the near future. I can tell you, as a musician and someone who just enjoys music as a whole, the idea of this update specifically is super exciting to me, because I would love the ability to watch my favorite band jam, write a song, or even perform in a setting like this while being able to enjoy it with other people. So if we can see this come to fruition sooner than later, that'd be great. All right, guys, that was all I had for this week when it comes to the metaverse. Quite a few things to get through, like I said. Lots of exciting stuff happening in the metaverse right now. Lots of changes, lots of new platforms, lots of new ideas. People just really breathing life into this very early up-and-coming space. And it's so exciting to see all the different directions that things are going, all the different ideas that these platforms and projects and teams have. I think that the next few years are really going to be a special treat for people that are really interested in tech and metaverses and things like that. I think that the next few years are going to be pretty exciting stuff here. So it's stuff that you guys enjoy. If you want to hang out for the ride and see where this all goes, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. I bring you guys these videos every week. Want to make sure you guys see it, find the most up-to-date news on what's happening in the metaverse. Other than that, guys, I want to thank you for supporting the channel. I want to thank you for checking out this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, an excellent weekend, and until next time, we'll see you soon.